Just because you give someone the right situation and the right coaching doesn't mean they'll be excellent. They might go from bad to okay or good enough. Tannehill went from looking like a bust to excellent. He's been excellent. Red zone, everything, excellent. So I think if you dare him to beat you, he will. And I like Tennessee.
Okay. Listen, I'm not going to do what Stephen A. did, because Stephen A. keeps going back to last week, because we asked a question about which quarterback needed to play better. Had you asked me who was going to win, I would have told you the Steelers, and it was easy, the same way I did later on NFL Live. But you want to just pander to the fans of the Pittsburgh Steelers and say, oh, look, I'm a fan. Ryan Clark ain't believing you. No, you ain't asked me that question. You asked for a different analysis. But you today, when they ask you to pick a winner, what you say? Oh, well, I'm not that confident in it. This not the man that was dancing around his house after the Dallas Cowboys lost, is it? Right? This ain't the dude that was eating chocolate chip cookies and milk all on his IG. That's not the guy I know.
That's reserved for the Cowboy fans. That's reserved for the Cowboy fans. They hold a special place in my heart.
Let me tell you. Hey, so here is going to be the thing. This is what I know about the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is what I know about preparation. When Mike Tomlin can focus the Pittsburgh Steelers on one thing that people in Pittsburgh hold near and dear to their hearts, that's when they're the best. The one thing he's going to get this defense focused on is physicality.
Are you all right? We hear you. Listen, I understand where Ryan's coming from. And we're going to invite him back. He's having technical difficulties right now. It's apropos because when you try to come at me, things happen. Bad things happen to you. And that's karma. That's what I'm trying to say. But in the end, listen.
That's not karma.
Are you there? Are you back?
There he comes. There he comes.
In Steve A's world, it could be Carmen, but to you,
I'm just saying. You were back. I was just looking out.
You know what that was? That's what all Jay-Z fans wanted to do before Nas dropped Ether. They wanted to cut his mic off. That's what that was about, because they already knew it was about to happen.
Jay-Z got Nas. Jay-Z got Nas. Stop it.
I know. Ryan.
Contrary to popular belief, you're taking the takeover this? We'll talk about this on your show.
Yep.
We're talking about this on your show.
I know that's not what the popular opinion is, but they're wrong.
Listen, they're going to be focused on physicality. And this game is going to be about small spaces. And the reason I say small spaces was whenever we would get upset on defense in Pittsburgh, I'd always tell them, if that's the guy, just give me a small space. Because in small spaces, you can't hide your character. In small spaces, you can't run. You can't flinch. You can't blink. This is what this game's going to be about. Somebody's going to have to come downhill and attack Derrick Henry. Somebody's going to have to come downhill and figure out that the run game has to be stopped by being the more aggressive, the more violent man. And I believe the more violent men play defense for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Robert Spillane has no ego, nothing to lose. Vince Williams has been counted out, has been underdog his whole entire career. T.J. Watt, Bud Dupree, Cam Hayward. They're going to have to make Ryan Tannehill beat him, but when Ryan Tannehill has to beat him, he's not playing against the Buffalo Bills defense that hasn't been good. He's not playing against the Jacksonville Jaguars defense that hasn't been good. This is going to be a statement game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got pushed back. They feel some type of way about that. This won't even be close. They will beat them by 2 scores. They will beat them by 2 scores.
Hold on, Max. Ryan, I don't disagree with you. I got to ask you this question, though, because I was curious about this. Derrick Henry is one of the more powerful running backs we've seen in NFL history. Don't get me wrong. We've seen others, the Earl Campbells of the world and others, but he's one of the more powerful running backs. He runs straight up. Can you explain to me why everyone's always trying to hit him high? I'm not encouraging anybody to go after his knees and stuff like that. I want this guy around, and I can't stand it when I see guys going after guys
stay away from that
tackling. But I'm just asking, could you explain to me why people try to tackle this guy high? It makes no sense to me. What am I missing?
Okay, I have a question. I have a question for both of you. In all of Derrick Henry's highlights, when have you ever seen him stiff arm or run over anyone that's close to his size?
Never. Well,
never.
I will say this.
All
when
you
he
ever
turned
see
Earl Thomas around, Earl Thomas ain't no small dude now.
Earl Thomas is a small dude. And he's in a position
but Ryan,
to where
if you
he's
get to
trying
the
to run
second
Derrick
level
Henry
of the
down.
defense, a big running back is not going to find someone his size.
Maybe I got some problems with my eyes, Ryan.
This is what I'm
next
telling
to
you.
both.
Hey,
Earl Thomas don't seem like that small of a dude to me.
Stephen A. Smith. Earl is 5'10". Stephen A. Smith, this is what I'm telling you. He has late play bravery. He don't have the same type of bravery when he around them dogs. I'm letting you know, and I've watched every single snap of every game. When he's in that mess and them boys are the same size, he don't run the same. He has late bravery.
What you're saying?
And so when it's T.J. Watt, when it's Bud Dupree, when it's Vince Williams, he going to have to see those boys.
This is breaking news. Do you realize the tone, the tenor in your voice when you just talked about Derrick Henry? You better watch your mouth.
Stephen A. Smith, I'm telling you right now, Stephen A. Smith, right now, I would get in a track stance. If I knew it was run, I would take off running, and I was going to either have to hit Derrick Henry or the goal pole by the time I stopped. Somebody got to prove a point that when you get to the secondary, we not playing those games no more. Because you don't do that when you're in the front seven. I'm telling you, that junk is fake bravery. It's late bravery.
Ryan, what you're showing me, I know where this is coming from.
Very brave.
This is coming from a Pittsburgh Steeler with a champion with a lot of pride, but more than that, see how angry Ryan is right now? There's a lot of hostility, that tells me, coming from Pittsburgh towards the Titans because of that postponed game.
The hell with your interpretation.
We do have to move on. A lot of bold statements here. And it may be a little early to say, but this game, you don't know. It could have some postseason implications because, guys, this is only the sixth time that teams with records of 5-0 or better have met since the 1970 merger. And guess what? All 5 of those previous winners went on to the Super Bowl.
Derrick
Henry, that was Ryan Clark. That wasn't me.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.